Ibrahim ọmọ ẹ lọ́wọ́ inú oko yọ sórí. Ọ̀gbẹ́ni ṣé inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Ṣé inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Kí ló ṣe inú oko? Inú oko lẹ́wà yìí? Inú oko kílẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Ṣé inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Ọ̀gá Ibrahim yẹn ni màá sẹ̀nẹ̀ sí. Ṣé inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Ẹ̀dẹ̀ náà wọ inú oko. Inú oko kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí? Kí pákí kọ́ lẹ́ sí jẹ yìí? Pákí kọ́ lẹ́ sí jẹ yìí? Ìjẹ́jẹ́ ṣe ìlú dá gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́ti jẹ tán yìí gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́ti jẹ tán yìí gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́ti jẹ tán yìí. So gbogbo ẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́ti jẹ tán yìí ṣe ilé ìjẹsẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ní kí n wá o ìjẹsẹ̀ ìlú dá má kàn bá ṣe dára sí inú ìbẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí inú ìbẹ̀kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí gbogbo pẹ́kọ́ lọ́wọ́ gòkè mẹ́rin pẹ́kọ́ lọ́wọ́ gòkè tẹ̀wà yìí. Ele tó kó sí ẹ̀kọ́ yìí inú kọ́kọ́ yìí kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí ṣé inú kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí ṣé inú kọ́ lẹ́wà yìí ó ti tọ́ okay ó ti tọ́.
Good morning everyone, thanks for joining me in this video. Today is Thursday, the 17th day of July 2025. Do you know how it feels to borrow money to cultivate your farmland, especially when it comes to the seeds? You go and buy them, you source for them. You do everything that when you harvest, you will pay the money back from the people you borrow it from. Only thing you see is that after planting it, the crops started growing and the herdsmen will just bring their cows and enter into your farm, trespassing and, eat up everything in your farm. This is the cry of the farmers in so many communities in Ogun State currently. I know that this thing is holistic. It is all over the country, but Ogun State is experiencing a different dimension now. Everything was eaten up. Ogun farmers cry out as herdsmen cows destroy maize, cassava. Say fear of retaliation keeps them silent. Now, the problem in this scenario is not because their farmland is being destroyed by the cows of the herders. That is not the only problem here. The only problem is that they have lost their voice because they are afraid that when they speak, just by speaking up, they will kill you. You are now afraid in your land. You can't speak against those who invade your land, spoil your industry, eat up your crops, and when you talk, they will kill you. The government will term it farmers, herders clash. This is what it is. There is no any other explanation. Now, it is important that we should not only call Abuja in everything, but we understand that Abuja is against the people. Abuja is against the people. Yesterday, the Amnesty International is saying that the whole order Tinubu is dishing out, command the military to do this, order the military to do this. It is failing. They are not obeying the order. Nothing is going on. Nothing is working. And the military will also tell you that they did not receive order from Abuja to do what they ought to do, what they are constitutionally mandated to do. Now, the cry of the poor men, the poor man, or the poor masses is never heard in Nigeria. Who will listen to these farmers that are in trouble in Ogun State? Who will listen to them? How will they pay back the money they collected for seeding? How would they, pay back the money they used to, they have spent in all these months? This is the 6th month now in the year, or 7th month. Just imagine, this is the 7th month. Maybe they started in February. Just imagine the labor of over 6 months is not waste. All right, let's understand what transpired. This article is from Sahara Reporters, and it reads that farmers in Ogun State, Onugbenga, Toki, and others has cried out in frustration and despair after cows, allegedly by the herdsmen, invaded his farm and ate all the crops he planted on 1 acre plot of land. Toki's farm, located in Arogbokosun village near Idera, was meant to be a source of livelihood, but instead it has become the site of loss and heartbreak. Speaking with Sahara Reporters, he recounted the devastation, saying, I planted the maize in April. I spent over 100,000 on seedlings and land preparation alone. I even paid people to help me. In the second week of May, I went to the farm early in the morning to do some weedings and returned later in the evening. What I met was heartbreaking. Everything had been eaten up. He continued, visibly distressed. When we got there, cow dung was everywhere. It was painful. Imagine all the effort, all the sweat just gone like that. So our reporters gathered that this wasn't an isolated incident. Residents says herdsmen have been destroying farms in the area with impunity. So this is not a solo attack on their farm. It is a community attack. Now this is what he said in quote. People have suffered so much, Olugbenga said. The herders usually come in the afternoon when farmers are away. By the time anyone returns, the damage is already done. Now, Olugbenga is even afraid to return to his farm. My family doesn't want me to go back. They are scared. We don't know when the herders will come again, and I am losing hope. Bush is already taking over the farm. Okay, Bush is already taking over the farm. I just feel discouraged. If I lose my life on the land, what will it all mean? But this is not the direction to go. If you are saying that you are not going to go back to your farm, okay, because of what is currently going on, you are afraid to lose your life, where will your children call their own? Which land will your children, your future generation, where are they going to call their own? You see the reason why the fight to liberate this nation is not a fight of one people, it's not a fight to one ethnic group. Everybody must fight for themselves. If you run away, where will your children call their home? Think about this now. Think about it. Now, he appealed to Ogun State government for urgent intervention to prevent a full-blown crisis. Here's what he said in quote. We can't produce food if our lives are at risk. Cows have taken over our only means of survival, and nothing is being done. People are even afraid to report. If you talk, the herders might come back in a greater number and destroy even more, he said. Another farmer, Biodun, whose farm is located near Maize along Ojebo Road in Ogun State, also shared his audio. He said, in June, herders came with their cows and they ate all my cassava. I had already spent so much planting and nurturing them, only for everything to be destroyed overnight, he said. They had come once before and carried out similar destruction. This time makes it the second time that they have destroyed my crops after spending heavily. Is this not what Neta Keredoru was fighting that made him to set up a Motokun? Wasn't this what Sunday Igboho was saying? And, Buhari's administration wanted him dead. They sent DSS to go and shoot him, and they shot everything in his house sporadically. According to him, it was God that saved my life. This was what they were all agitating against. Now he continues that this crisis is not new. Back in January, a group of women from the Araromi Ibese community in Yewa North local government area appealed to the state government and security agencies to take decisive action. They said they no longer feel safe after repeated invasion of their farmland. In August 2024, a deadly clash between local hunters and herdsmen in the Iwoye K2 community in Melke F1 local government area resulted in the death of one unidentified person. Despite multiple promises from the government to tackle the growing menace of herders invading farmland, residents say those promises have failed to translate into real action. The silence is killing us more than the cows. One resident says, we are crying out, but no one seems to be listening. This is the end of the article. This is heartbreaking. It's not acceptable. But the highest mistake you will make is to continue to call government to come and rescue you. You are making a further mistake to what is already going on. Stop calling on government, they can't help you. Let your Amatokun work. Let your people work. I know that recently a lot of vigilantes have been killed. I understand the danger ahead. But if you are afraid, if you continue to retreat, it's more dangerous. If you continue to retreat, it's more dangerous. So it is time for people to stand up to what they believe in. If you believe that people can take your land like that, it's okay. They did it in Ilore. They can do it in Ogun State. They can do it in Lagos. They can do it in Osun. They can do it in Ekiti and Oyo. They can do it. They did it before in Ilore. When OPC, Oduduwa People's Congress, wanted to chase the Fulanis out of Ilore, Buba Galadima confessed before yesterday on Arise News that they have to induct Buhari into politics to come and save them. So Buhari threatened Obasanjo, and Obasanjo ordered shooting at sight. Any OPC member they saw, they shoot them at sight. People who are fighting to liberate their people. Do you now understand the dangers of freedom fighting in Nigeria? It's dangerous, but though it's not for the cowards, because cowards would always retreat anytime they face threat, not understanding that they are fighting for their future generation. It is what it is. I am Okochapi myself. I'm a conflict reporter. Please, we have a new Facebook page. The name of the Facebook page is Okocha Happy Marcel's page, not Okocha Happy Marcel the profile. Okocha Happy Marcel's page. We just have 5,000 plus followers. Kindly follow us there and help us to share our videos. Thanks. See you on my next video.